not over there.
You mean at the game?
We live, baby.
Oh yeah, what's up? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It's your man King Real. Once again, thank you and welcome to King's Court. I'm joined by yours truly, Mr. Wham OG.
Hey, what's up with you, King, man? How you feeling, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm over here going through some kind of little wind. Man, it's Vegas in this valley in this bowl, bro. It's windy as hell up here right now, man. So if I
Yeah,
got issues and I'm lagging a little bit, you know what I mean? Let me know. It's the wind. I can't control Mother Nature.
nah, we can't control no type of woman out there at all. You know how that go. But for the most part, it's windy out here too. I don't think it's windy at the ballpark though. So that y'all that's on the game, Dave LA already gave that out. You know what I'm saying? It's not windy over there at Echo Park.
For sure, for sure. Well, thank you for everybody who joining us on this show. This show we're gonna do a little different because it's the show before the season. Man, I'm so excited, bro. I feel all giddy. I feel like you know how Christmas when you were a kid and you know you getting the gift you want. You know what I mean? It's like you just can't wait to open it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, hey, I used to be like the type of kid that go sneak and look at the gifts before. So I've been just looking at the games ahead, like just can't wait to unravel these. So I'm right there with you, bro. It's good. It's feeling good.
You know you got it coming. You already know we see nothing but a bag city in our future, and it's like, man, it's right there, but I can't get it right now. Yeah, I mean, I can't get it right now, but it's there.
Yeah. That's like how I feel too, bro.
For sure. But on this show, y'all, we go basically, man, we gonna run down all these 30 teams real quick, you know what I mean, and then get to some questions, some Q&A. What y'all looking for this season? What y'all want? Any little bet y'all want, particularly capped, or what y'all looking for, spread wise, or player props, whatever, you know what I mean. So I don't know what y'all have on your books up there, but Q&A, you know what I mean. Shoot us some questions, your favorite team, anything like that. But we're gonna get through these 30 teams today. And Steve Prophet will be joining us. You know what I mean? He has a couple of errands to run around, but he will be joining us late. So he'll be in here too.
Yep. I can't wait, bro. Can't wait. Getting to these teams. I think we're gonna go alphabetical order, right? So we're gonna start off with Atlanta or some sort.
Yeah, we're gonna start with Atlanta, but I got a couple of quick news topics I want to ask you about. But first, let's give some people some shout outs in the chat for joining us. Well, what's up, Vegas Gun? You know I love you. Thank you for joining me, bro. And me and Wham, Gambling Guy, KG, Double J, Damon, D from Detroit, Nando, Q Peso, Why Not PW, Raymond. You know what I mean? If I'm JC, if I missed anybody, I apologize. You know what I mean? Laughing my ass off. You know what I mean? Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
But yeah, couple quick news topics, bro. Just let me know if one catch your eye you want to talk about real quick. Clippers trade Wes Johnson to the Pelicans. Jamal Crawford signed with Suns. Butler expected to play first game. Knicks won't extend Porzingis. I won't re-sign Porzingis early. And Cavs lock up Nance to a $44.8 million contract.
Well, I think you start that. Let's start the last one there with Lance because it's a good PR move. We were talking about that off camera. Cavs signing up Junior. They already have Senior in the rafters. They got Senior hanging up there. They got his jersey up there, so it don't make no sense but to get Junior locked up. But I was telling you too that the contract kind of devalues him as a player to me because it's a long extension, but the type of money. I don't think he's worth that because he's such an athletic, big, and he relies so much on his athleticism. He's an injury away on, God forbid, to being unvaluable. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And to me, I just think that was a big contract. But like I also see, you have to sell jerseys right now. You have to sell seats. And, you know what I mean? You advertising, like I said, the dad's hanging up. You got the son playing there. That's gonna sell you some more jerseys. He's a local. He's a favorite down there. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean. Isn't he grow up down there too? His dad played up there, like so from the area. It's more like buy some tickets, buy some jerseys. We're trying to do something because you can't really sell too much off right now off of Kevin Love and the rookie. You know what I mean? You gotta have a third person to sell jerseys with. Nobody rushing out right now to go get Jefferson when he retired. But you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You gotta do something. It's all about marketing. But what catches my eye on all the little news is Jamal Crawford, man. I love it. I love it a lot. You know what I mean? So now they got two veterans over there both proven veterans. And we see what Jamal could do, man. Jamal, he could run a club by himself. And with Booker gone, I like the Jamal pickup.
Oh yeah, I didn't know if you were saying like that would catch our eye. Definitely, that's the first thing that catch my eye, bro. Because Jamal Crawford is, he's elusive. He's one of those players that's old school game on the court. It's transparent. Doesn't matter about how old he is. He can basically do the same thing from here on out, and that's another reason why he's cashing in big tickets. He got a lot of money in the bank. You know how many contracts that guy done had? He done got a lot of money, So I like Jamal Crawford. He's going to be able to do a whole lot for him, especially with Booker being out.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Big Ragu who asked that question in our chat earlier about why he wasn't signed, or who asked it. If I didn't say the name right, my bad. You know what I mean? Nothing but love. But yeah, Jamal didn't sign, in my opinion, because he's waiting for the right opportunity. Like, you look for injuries. If you're a veteran, you're not trying to rush in. You're not trying to go play no summer league. You ain't trying to rush out there and be on play the off season. Man, you come in all after that. You know you in shape. They know what you're gonna do. They know how you produce. So it's just wait for an opportunity. And the way Jamal play, he like to shoot. It's a run, shoot, pick and roll, not pick and roll, but you know what I mean? He off the dribble, off the ball type of guy. He can play with the ball or off the ball. So that works out perfectly with the Suns. Right now they need a shooter. Devin, like I said, Booker's gone. So it's a nice little fit for him over there, you know what I mean? And also it gives him and Ariza, they can control the team until Booker comes back, and it's a nice little fit.
Yeah, exactly. And he's an underrated facilitator too. So he's gonna be able to do exactly what you're saying, be able to get everybody involved. I can't wait to see him in that type of jersey too. I like their jerseys too. Their jerseys is nice. I'm excited to see the Spurs, and we're not talking about him and Ayton either. I don't think I ever seen him with a big man like that. So that'll be interesting to see as well.
Yeah, that's definitely nice. And the last little news topic also that caught my eye was the Knicks not picking up Porzingis' option or re-signing him. I mean, to me, it's injury-wise, but you said something a little bit different.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. I don't know. Could you touch on that one there? Because I didn't really get into.
No, what I'm saying is I thought the Knicks didn't want to sign him because he's hurt. Like I said, he's one of the big men, and you know how them foreigners come over here. Foreigners don't last too long in American ball to me. I give them about 5 years top, 5-6 years max. You know what I mean, to play over here. But with him being injured, but I heard you say you don't think it's about the injury. You think it's more about KD.
I think, yeah, exactly, about Porzingis. I think, yeah. I've been smoking all day, bro. You gotta bring that by me. It's kind of like going blurry now. I think the wind kicking in, but nah. I think it's I think it's because of KD. I think Jimmy talked about it before on the show. He said he thinks KD's going there. I think it could be a case that KD goes there and they may be able to get some type of deal out of Porzingis. If they do try to lock him in, it'll be a sign and trade type of scenario, because he hasn't really proven anything but a quick glimpse of being a all-star superstar. He hasn't been proven to stay there consistently. And then, after a while, it's about what you did for me lately. If you haven't did anything lately, we got to move on to the next and figure out what we're going to do, especially this coming draft. You want to get this market hot.
Exactly. And I see Ralph saying Knicks are a dumpster fire. Man, Knicks, I'm from Portland. I don't know if I've told everybody this. I know from Portland. I'm a Blazer, but my favorite team in all of basketball, all of sports, everything, it's a Knicks. I'm a Knicks fan. You know what I mean? That's I root for the Knicks. I love the Knicks. Knicks and the Bengals are like my teams. And they don't, I fell in love with the Knicks way back when they drafted Pat. I fell in love with the Knicks with Patrick Ewing. I've been loving the Knicks when they had Latrell Sprewell, to Allen Houston. You name the Knicks, I've been there rocking with them. Everybody say I swing for Melo's nuts. I'm not a big Melo fan. When he went over to my Knicks, I was like, I washed this away because he wasn't the star to lead that club over there already as it was. The Knicks got screwed recently by Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson screwed the Knicks. He got him with some messed up ass contracts, the Noah contract, the no deal, the people he drafted. He didn't give a shit about the Knicks. I don't understand why, because that's what you play for. That's what you want to ring with. You would think it's the Mecca. You know what I mean? You come from LA to New York, but he just screwed that whole organization over. And it's going to be a long time, I think, before the Knicks actually rebound. I think they should have traded Porzingis last year before he was hurt again. They knew he was going to get injured. They should have moved him last year in the beginning. Could have got a draft pick for this year. Could have fucking around got Young already, a nice, decent point guard or somebody to bring over there, and got somebody else. Now they just stuck. You're going to constantly be rebuilding for the next 5 years over there.
Yeah, and they had a bad draft last year. You picking up that Frank Nikita or whatever his name is. They picked him up, and he was kind of spooked right for off the jump, and then he really they picked him a young player up without any type of grit, and they didn't have any type of veteran bench to back him up. They thought Ennis Cantor was a good veteran presence. Like, come on now, like that's delusional. They are a dumpster fire. I agree with you. You know what I mean? But at the same time, they could get it turned around. David Fisdale, we talked about it already. Like, he's a good addition, and then on top of him, they could figure out a way to get out of some of these bad contracts, like Joe Kim Noah. You know what I mean? Or some of these terrible decisions making. And I think starting off with not signing Porzingis is actually possibly a good move in the right direction, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so too. And they already had problems. I think it's Porzingis' brother or somebody is also his manager or something like that was having problems over there already where he didn't want to show up and they had to fly to him. So it's not the fact that he's not a ball player. I think he doesn't want to play for the Knicks somewhere. I mean, he's hurt. I think he also no timetable when he want to come back. But he don't want to be there. Yeah. It's basically what he said. He don't want to be there. Let the man go. Cut ties now. And sorry, Knicks fans. I'm a Knicks fan, huge Knicks fan. We gotta wait a little bit longer, man, because sports is always good when basketball. LA is good, and when New York is good, it's good for business. You know what I mean? So, especially the mecca of basketball is New York. I mean, I'm a West Coast guy, but that's what Rucker Park, all that, everything up there. That's the mecca. You know what I mean? Of basketball. So when that's not right, man, it throws throws everything off. Luckily, Boston and Philly doing okay.
That's the truth. Like I feel you on that one. And they are the mecca. And you know what's even crazier about the Knicks is that they are so like basketball driven in the city that them being so weak and they hit a rock bottom low with that Oakley scenario with the Oakley scenario. They hit a bottom low, but that's why I think it's nothing but up from here on out. And I'm really interested in seeing the Knicks turn around for sure, at the next couple of years. So not right now.
Got you. So let's get to it right now, man. We're gonna break it down from A to Z. Yeah, well, ain't no Z teams, you know what I mean? But we're gonna break it down, man. Atlanta Hawks, man. So give me a yes for over, no for under, or just a basic pass, man. Atlanta Hawks over wins 22.5 this year. They drafted the rookie. They picked up Melo, let Melo go. They let Schroeder go. They got Jeremy Lin, Trae Young, Spellman. They drafted Vince Carter. Over 22, under 22 a pass.
Yeah. So the you said it's 32. I definitely I would lean. I would definitely lean anywhere considered an under on this team on the team total. I will pass just because you don't necessarily know about young talent. I'm not a big, future team total over type of guy anyway. I'm more like a make the playoff type of future better. So that's what I would be leaning towards more because it's more of an easier prediction rather than team totals because there's so much factor in like injuries and everything. But for the most part, I would lean under because they're destined to be trash. They're destined to, try to tank. They're destined to do all the, things to make them, lose basically and trade, good players over to get weak players type of scenario. So, I would definitely think that.
If I'm not mistaken, the coach they went and got, this is over here. Yeah, Atlanta, they hired Lloyd Pierce. I think that's the guy who coached, if I'm not mistaken, that's the guy who was coaching Jordan's team. What's that, the Hornets? And they never had over a 500 club besides one time in his whole tenure there. So I don't expect why Atlanta is gonna do the same. I think it was him. He went there or he went to Orlando? No, yeah, I'm wrong. He went to Orlando. That's who it was. Okay, Orlando coach. I'm misquoted there. But this is Atlanta Hawks team. They in rebuild mode. I think this rebuild. You see the veterans they signed. Vince Carter could go anywhere for a paycheck. I mean, shit. Next year, Vince Carter be on the big three. He never gonna stop hooping. He gonna play hoop until he's 70. So. Yeah, so for this Atlanta Hawks club, I say under or pass. I see them coming out probably winning their first game against the Knicks. I did see somebody say that too in the comment section. I do see a competitive ball game in that first game with the Hawks and the Knicks, but the Hawks, man, they took this time. It's a great ESPN article out right now. I know we work for SBR. I don't know if I can say that or not, but it's a great article on ESPN about the top 30 teams and tell you It gives you a good insight of when they hit their slumps, when they don't hit their slumps. If you guys want it, hit me up on Twitter. I'll give it to you. You know what I mean? But it's a great little thing. It breaks down the months and when to look for teams to slump. And Atlanta, they say that when they work stretch is going to be in January. 9 of those games on the road, including visits to Toronto, Philadelphia, and Milwaukee. You know what I mean? So it's going to be tough for this Atlanta club no matter what. They're always going to be undersized, overmatched.
Yeah,
pass on them.
And John Collins is injured right now. I think Kent Bazemore may be dealing with a lingering injury, but he's still like probably ready to go. And I'm looking forward to seeing Amari Spellman and Trae Young on this team, though. If you're looking forward to seeing anything with this team, I think Amari Spellman might get some burn if he's not like demoted to the D League, because they got a lot of like wing, they got a lot of big players, so he could get demoted. But I want to see those young players play against each other because they might last a long time.
Exactly. The next team, you know what I mean, is Boston Celtics. I think Boston is probably one of the only teams to me that's going to actually hit 60 wins this year. I think Boston and the Rockets are the only team that hit 60 wins this year. Looking at how they set up, looking at the way they run, looking at the way they play, and looking at the fact that probably the only 2 teams out here with something to prove, especially Houston. Their offense alone is going to win them 30-plus games, you know what I mean, just alone. So I look for like Boston to win their division. That's the only bet I would make. I wouldn't take Boston over win total. I'll look for them to win their division over there. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I like the over on the win total too, and I like the I'm not going to bet it, but I like it. I will lean there, but I'm definitely taking. I already took the win the division. I think I got that minus 135 or something around there. But I like Boston. I like to see what's going to happen. I like the small stories in these type of teams, like Aaron Baines. Like, see what type of production we're going to be able to get out of him, if he's going to be able to do the same thing he did in the playoffs in the regular season, because he didn't get that much burn in the regular season. Now he should be able to. Let's see what's going to happen there. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going on. With the second year of Jason Tatum. See if he's be able to get all the good stuff we've been hearing about him off season. So let's see if that's going to translate into the regular season.
No doubt, no doubt. Next team is the Brooklyn Nets. They opened at 28. They're sitting at 30.5 right now. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I just choked them on spit. Almost died over here, bro. Hold on.
You good.
No, people are loud, sitting here dying and fall over at the seat. You know what I mean? Hold on 1 second. My lady bring me something to drink. Thank you so much.
He needs a little water. His little mouth is a little dry there. Let him feel the burn there.
Almost died.
It's really windy out there. It's really windy out there. It's dry.
No, but the Brooklyn Nets, man, over 31. I'm high on this Brooklyn Nets team, but like I said, that article I referred to earlier showed me that Brooklyn's toughest stretch, right? Like I believe in the over 31. I already bet the over 31 for Brooklyn. I got it at 28 though. You know what I mean? 28.5. That's what I got it at. That's at 31.5 now. So I beat the market by 3.5 games. But the toughest stretch for the next October, November, 15 of the first 23 games are against playoff teams. They play Golden State, Philadelphia twice. They have 4 sets of back-to-back games within that first October and November. That's going to be the toughest stretch. And some teams that will break down. And this young nucleus, I think it'll help build them up. You like the 31 over or under?
I definitely took the over already on that. I'm high on Brooklyn too, bro. I think they just re-signed. I think they extended Josh Allen and LeVert, I believe, just now recently too. So I've seen that in the news. They just extended them. Those are the 2 people that I think is going to have a good production this year. And along with D'Angelo Russell. A lot of people don't remember D'Angelo Russell did play good with the Lakers. We had a lot of crazy things going on at the time. You know what I mean? It's front office stuff. It was a lot of things going on with the coaching, and it was just, it's kind of all over the place there. So I think he's a good player still. I think he's a good player, and I think he deserves to be in this NBA. I think he's good enough to be in this NBA. So I think that's going to translate into this season. I took the win totals. I took them to make the playoffs as well. I think I took that at plus 180, and I think that's actually going down as well. And another thing though with them is that they're really bad rebounding last year. They addressed that off season, so I'm looking for them to make an improvement, and that's the reason why the total is going up like that.
I agree with you there. I know we gotta keep what Peters and Jim say, a brisk pace. Yeah, brisk pace. I live by that thing now, brisk pace. I tell everybody, get up, keep it brisk pace. You know what I mean? Let's go. That Ed Davis, that Fareed pickup, even the Deli pickup, I like. My favorite pickup, probably, you won't see it as much as the scoreboard, and when he does, push the Bash Napier. I think he has good court vision. He sees the court well. He's a team player. That'll help out Russell a lot, too. You know what I mean? They have a lot in common, I think, the way they ball. I like this Knicks club over here. And like we expect these Knicks to take a decline and people like that. People have to step up. We can't have all bad teams in the East with LeBron leaving. They got a bunch of clubs trying to rise up, but I think the Nets are one of the ones that could possibly reach 35 games this year, winning 35 games, possibly touching the playoffs. I look for them to get in the playoffs, but if they don't, getting over 31, I think it's decent.
Definitely.
Next ball club. I know everybody in chat probably asking us questions and talking right now, but let's run through these things. I'll hit up some questions. Let's get through as many as we possibly can, and we get right back to them. Charlotte Hornets, over under 36. Now at 35 wins, pass.
I will pass on this because I don't have too much. It's too much. You don't know what's going on. If they're going to keep Kemba, is Miles Bridges is going to get any burn? Bismack Biyombo, he only seen him good in the playoffs one time. Malik Monk doesn't even know if he has his jersey on or not. I'm off this team, bro. I'm just off this team.
I'm not gonna lie. I took a 14-1 bet with them to win the conference over there. The division over there. It's a long shot because you got the Wizards too. But I took them at 14-1. I put a $50 on it. If it hit, it hit. I think the Hornets may take an uprise this season. I look for them to get over that. I like the pickup of Parker, and he's gonna run the second unit, stuff like that. So that's a dope pickup to me. So I'm looking for that at 35 wins. Like I said, in the East Coast, where you have to get some wins, I like it, but I'm not willing to play the total. But I'd rather take my value on the 14-1. They win the conference, the division. That's what you're looking for. That's where your value come from, not in a win total.
What's going on, brother? I'm doing my best over here, man.
Oh, I feel you, man. You know what I mean? Family first, bro. So take care of your business. Right now, we put the touch on these Cavaliers, and total right now over 31. They won 50 games last year. No LeBron, of course. Like I said, LeBron gets you 20-plus wins. So I don't see why everybody's saying the Lakers aren't going to go over. They won 35 last year, total winning. But that's another topic. We'll get there. Cavs, over under 31.
I know they said they want to be competitive, but I don't know. It's hard for me to see 31 right now. I want to say over, but I don't really see it.
Yeah, we got options. So it's over, under, or pass. You choose pass?
Yeah, I would choose pass.
Definitely. I would probably think the same thing. Yeah, I would probably think the same thing. Like it's one of those things you don't know what's going on there, and they might make some moves, get J.R. Smith out of there, see what's going on.
Got you. Dallas Mavericks, 44 games last year, sitting at 35.5 this year. For me personally, I'm passing on this. Matthews is always hurt. Dirk is gone. I know you guys are high on this Dallas Mavericks team. I have a problem backing these foreign players in the NBA. Is it something about him? I have to see him a year from him first. I'm afraid he may come out looking like Rubio. I don't want that. You know what I mean? Because Rubio didn't look that well to me until just now. You know what I mean? Until he went over to Utah. So, Ski, let people know you over under Dallas.
Oh well, yeah. I came in right on the right time with this one. I love the Mavericks. I'm high on the Mavericks this year. I took them over 34.5 wins, so I'm going for the over. I know the problems you had, you nabbed at it. They got injury problems. Matthews is always hurt. Harrison Barnes always hurt. It's a matter of staying healthy, but they have a lot of great guards. They have good guard play. They got a big man that can hold the paint down in DeAndre Jordan. So I'm looking for them to make a push.
Yeah, I like them too. I like the over on that as well. Luka Doncic looking good in preseason. JJ Barea is going to be able to veteran presence that's going to back him up. Another international player helping each other out. I like that as well. DeAndre Jordan, like you said, bro, is going to hold down the paint. Give me the Mavs this year. I might take them a lot. ATS this year for sure.
And you remember my bold prediction, right, Rail?
Say it one more time for the people. I remember what you said.
My bold prediction. Mavericks, they sneak into that 8th spot into the playoffs.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't knock they won't make it to the playoffs, especially how the Spurs are looking right now. But I'm hearing the Spurs are making moves to get a point guard, so I didn't want to put that out there. But they're trying to go after a nice little point guard, 2 nice point guards right now. So they're trying to put together something. So you know, I'm waiting to see on the Spurs, but I believe you, if they do get in the playoffs, they will. The Spurs won't be. If Dallas makes it to the playoffs, the Spurs won't be in the playoffs.
Right. Spurs, T-Wolves out. It's a few teams I'm looking to not make it in there.
Exactly. Now on to these Pistons, man. The Denver Nuggets. 26 games last year, 47.5 this year. Drafted Michael Porter. I know Denver has a nice bench. I'm not so high on Denver. I love Denver. Denver from the things that let me down a lot. Kind of like a Northwestern in college football. Kind of like my Bengals in football. They look good on paper. Underperformed today. Any thoughts? I'll pass for me.
And the total was 45.5?
No. It's sitting at 47.5.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Wham.
I think I like Denver this year, but I don't think they're gonna. I think they're gonna be overvalued a lot this year. So I would look into seeing fading them a lot this year. But as far as the team total, team wins total, I would just definitely pass on that because it's kind of like right there where I think it's going to be. So I'll leave it alone.
Yeah, I agree. That's one right there. I think I'll pass on the win total. But it's a team I'm high on in general. I mean, they were good last year. They ended the year playing great. They beat out the Timberwolves to make it into the oh no, they didn't beat out the Timberwolves, but they were playing great still to end the year. So I like what I saw from the team. I think they got a little bit better this year. That's a team I'll be looking to back this year.
Yeah, I like them as an over team. Like certain games, look for little totals. They're not going to get you over. They'll pull off some upsets. They'll disappoint. They'll cover some spreads. But the total, like you said, like Wham said, it's like sitting like right there. I can see them probably winning 44 games or 48 games. I don't want to get stuck, and you know what I mean. And I miss out on hitting what I'm supposed to hit at the 47.5. So I'm off of that total too. Some of these totals you can still have during the season, so you can always come back to them and check stuff out.
And before we move on, the last two teams we just talked about, the Mavs and the Nuggets. I'm looking to back those teams the first 4 games. I know the Suns get a lot of people back, so I'm gonna check that one out again. But I'm looking to back the Mavs the first 4 games, and I'm looking to bet on the Nuggets the first 4 games too.
Got you. Next team is Detroit Pistons, man. Detroit Pistons, 39 games last year, opened at 40 games this year, now down to 38.5 games. I say under in Detroit, but the coach over there, man, I don't know what he's going to get from this ball club. I don't know if these point guards can actually stay healthy for a season. Even if they don't stay healthy for the full season, can they stay healthy for the first 3 months, you know what I mean, of the season or something, you know what I mean? Can they get enough wins? It's that the East Coast is built differently. In my opinion, I think they don't have the right point guards to compete with the other point guards in the fast-paced teams on the East Coast. So I would under 38 wins for the Pistons. Ski, any thoughts?
You know what? Yeah, you got that new coach over there. He's the coach of the year, though. I don't know how you do that, but we'll see how he gets his players up. Right now, it'll be a pass for me. I don't really want to go over, and I don't want to doubt Dwayne Casey, so pass.
So I got Sam's picks in the chat. He says Pistons bench looks extra dusty, as in like a Swift duster type of scenario. I believe there. I agree with you there. I definitely agree with you, Sam's picks. They're trash on the bench, and they got these 2 big players that don't. Drummond plays big, but I don't like Blake Griffin. If you know me for sure, I don't like Blake Griffin. Even when he was on the Clippers, I don't think they're going to be that good. And I think Fred Jackson is still cashing checks off of his a good season that he had in OKC. I think he hasn't been that good since then. So. You know how I feel about I'm actually going to fade them their first game as well against Brooklyn, I believe.
I don't like Blake Griffin because he tried to get at my girl, but that's a whole different story. That's like for another day. Yeah, we was turning up, and he was supposed to be turning up. We were turning up at, you know what I mean? And yeah, but she's still my girl. She tried to go up, but she didn't try to go up, but wait till I get her to come with him, and that wasn't happening.
He was a winner.
Too many girls in the building. I wish she would.
Tell Blake, you know what I'm saying? Take that L, bro. Let Blake have her, my G.
No, actually, he was cool, and I was like, hey, bro. He was like saying something he was like, oh, okay. He threw his head up, like, oh, my bad, like my fault. You know what I mean? Like one of those, but you know what I mean? He was just, he gave me a cool, it wasn't no issue, but I'm like, damn, nigga, like, cool. My bad. I'm like, damn, no, let's move on.
Brick space.
Yes, Brick face. We're gonna say Golden State for last. Houston Rockets, man. 55 games
Oh,
last
young
year.
favorite.
65 games last year. They expected to win 55 this year. I love it. I love it. I got the Rockets to win a championship. Everybody. Plus 800 is what I took. That is my team to win it all. Hey, I'm the guy who gave y'all the Storm to win a championship. I'm the same right now giving you the Rockets to win the championship. If you don't believe me, at the end of the year when they win it, just send me a fruit basket. Nice little, you know what I mean? Nice little fruit basket. Thank you, Rail. You know what I mean? You know, I still listen. Over. I'll see Rockets at the 60 plus day this year. Well,
I like the Rockets, man. They doing pretty good with at least acquiring the defensive player in Ennis. You know what I mean? At least getting him up. I don't know though. You know, I think the Rockets team may be overvalued in the first season. I'm not going to back them for sure. I'm looking forward to taking the over in that Laker game though for sure as well too.
Got you. Islavsky?
I mean, the Rockets total. I think they'll pass the total. I didn't bet it, but I would definitely lean over. I think they'll end up number one in the Western Conference. Golden State will probably be number two. So I like the Rockets to surpass. What is the number at? 55.5 still?
Yeah, 55, and they won 65 games last year. I don't see how they Tim less. I mean, I understand Ariza and Mabute, but I think offense will help this team get, like I said, 35 games just off of offensive alone. You know what I mean? Win 35, 40 games in the league. Now, you don't have those defensive matchups, but when you look at what they put on paper to a lot of these teams, I can just name ball clubs. Do you think Detroit could beat the Rockets? No. Do you think Minnesota could beat the Rockets? No. Do you see a Portland beating the Rockets? No. Like, so many clubs you don't see beating them. 55 should be easy.
I agree. I mean, this is a team that's built to like destroy the regular season, just kill everybody. They're going to outscore everybody every night. So I like for them to go over the total.
You know, one thing that a lot of people aren't talking about is that this is an older team. This is probably one of the oldest teams in the NBA. So I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of these old bones break down during the season too. So you definitely might, you might want to, hold off on taking the over on these teams because they old.
But that's what I like though about the Rockets. I mean, they're a little older, but they have veterans coming off the bench as well as playing on the court. They're a smart ball club. They know their bodies better than everybody else know their bodies. You know what I mean? They know when they not feeling certain things. They know when they need to get a condition, what they need to work on. So I like it here.
Tell me, you who you think is number one in the West this year?
Rockets.
Then there you go, right there. You should bet for them to go over the total right there.
I like that. Yeah, I like that too. I like that
Rockets.
too. They're gonna try to humiliate a lot of people. Put the gas on there and show their muscles. So I agree with you there.
Now on to the Indiana Pacers. I think that's the next. Am I missing anybody? Who after? Do I got to cut off my paper? No, Rockets. Yeah, okay. Now on to this Indiana Pacers, man. I'm high on the Pacers. 48 wins last year, 48 wins this year. They added a score. And I showed you guys in chat earlier what moves they're trying to make. That was one of the moves, trying to acquire LaMarcus Aldridge from the Spurs. We agree that's not a good. They shouldn't trade T.J. Leaf or Bogdanovich or Sabonis in that matter. But I've also heard they're trying to make moves to acquire Holiday from the Pelicans. I like Indiana over 48 wins. They had 48 last year. East Coast had to change. You lost LeBron. Who else has gotten better besides maybe the Nets? And that's it. I mean, who else can you say that it's gotten better? So Indiana at 48, I love it.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely been a team you've been rocking with. I like the team. They did good last year. They should be great again this year. They added Tyreek, and I see them reaching that same win total or more. I don't see why you wouldn't. The pushback I would give you, you saw the Bucks this year. Today they picked up Jody Meeks. I like all the pieces the Bucks are getting, and we were talking about who's going to win this division, and I think now I'm pretty solidified on the Bucks winning.
Yeah, I think it's clear the Bucks are going to win that. Jody Meeks was like the only piece that they were missing, just shooters on the Milwaukee, but we'll talk about that when we get to them. As far as this team for Indiana, I mean, I like Doug McDermott. He's a good outside presence there. I like Bogdanovich. Bojan Bogdanovich. He's good. And Sabonis, baby Sabonis, man. He's a big boy. And they locked up Miles Turner. And Miles Turner is one of those players that he could be the reason why they are successful. He just has to be more productive. I mean, more like inserting himself in the game. If he can insert himself in the game, he'll be more of a reasonable, like, all-star, reserve type of player. He could get there.
Somebody, one of y'all have something in the background going, it's like a timer or a ticker, some moving. I don't know if it's your keys or something. Okay. I think it might be you, Ski.
Yeah, let me work with it. Sorry.
All right. It's good now. You good now. All right, but no, I hear what you said. Did they just re-sign Miles Turner again today? Lock him up or somebody we got today? It was Turner, correct? Yeah, Turner. I like Turner a lot. I think Indiana, man, is a sleeper team. I think Indiana will beat Philadelphia this year. I think almost every matchup but one, and I think they split matchups with Boston this year. Indiana is a good team, and they can surprise you on a lot of nights. They had to still work on themselves and figure themselves out. But 48 last year, 48 this year, I love it. It looked like the most easiest pick of the whole thing to me was that one next to the Golden State. But hey, and then move on to the Clippers, man. 42 games last year, 37 games this year. I'll pass on it. Just a pass on me. I don't like this Clippers club.
I agree. It's a team I'm not really interested in at all. I don't like it, and I'm not interested over or under. I'll just pass.
Did we say the Clippers? Okay, brisk pace. Let's keep going.
LA Lakers. What's up with Lamont? Everybody came in. D-Bake Roll, fans picks. Damon, what's happening? But Lakers, 35 wins last year, 47.5 this year. I love the over. Like I said, LeBron gets you 20 wins. He left the Cavs. They won 50 last year. They had 31 this year. Lakers won 35 last year. It's in that 47.5 some places, 48.5 some places. If you tell me LeBron only gets you 13 games, you're wrong. LeBron will get you a good 20 to 17 games. Easy over for me.
Yeah, man. Been preaching it for as long as y'all know me. I'm on that over. I'm rocking with it. They're gonna surpass that number. They're gonna make the playoffs. Our young guns are they're great, man. They're hard working. They're here for the challenge. They're ready. I like the Lakers over. LeBron definitely worked more than 13 games.
I'm on that over too. I'm on that over all the way. It's the Lakers. LeBron makes a difference. You know what I mean?
Got you a Sam's pick sets a bonus real quick. Go back to Indiana Pacers. Yeah, I love the way Sabonis ball, man. He has grit, tenacity. He plays hard every time on the court. He's not afraid to bang his body to get involved in plays. I think Sabonis is an X factor. But when you're an X factor like that, like Sabonis is for the Pacers, it makes you great trade bait. And that's what I'm afraid the Pacers are going to end doing, trading him away. It looks like great trade bait, and that's something that scares me a little bit.
I like Sabonis too. Sabonis is a great baller. I mean, he's been doing everything right. The Thunder, that's part of that Paul George deal right there. So I like the pieces Indiana picked up from there. They got a baller right there.
Exactly. And Memphis Grizzlies, man, 22 wins last year, 33.5 this year. Drafted Jared Jackson, picked up Kyle Anderson, Garrett Temple. I pass on this.
What is it like in Memphis? I mean, it's the same team. You keep saying they're going to get the same results. They're not going to be anything. They just need to blow it up and move on. I would go under. I would lean under.
Yeah, I like McConley. I like Michael Conley, and I like the kid from Michigan State. But other than that, you could pass on this one for sure. I'll take the under too. Got you.
And the next little thing is Miami Heat. I have no play on that because trade stuff is going on, so I didn't even write it down. Y'all have any thoughts on Miami?
No, I'll pass right now.
Yeah, Miami is one of those teams too. I mean, I would look to see if they make any moves because they're really trying to trade people. So we kind of got to wait and see what's going on with them. Got you. Next thing is the Bucks. Milwaukee Bucks, 48.5 wins.
Over. I love the Bucks, man. They just keep getting more pieces. Every piece they add is just like the perfect piece. I love what they're doing. Giannis is going to play hard. He's going to try to be MVP again. They got a new coach. They're playing for their coach. You saw how they played it in the preseason. I like the over. I like them to win the division. I like it over.
Yep, I like the over too on that, and I like them to win the division. They just got a piece that they needed, and that just makes more sense to me. So just keep that rolling.
Got you. Me personally, I'm off of it. I think, like I said, I think my bet in that the whole thing is Indiana winning the conference. So that's what we're going head to head. I think Indiana conference for division. I think Indiana wins that over there. That's my play on that. I'm not touching it. I have to see Giannis develop a jump shot. He can't shoot. The kid can't shoot. I would love if he have a shot, then I could see him being called the next LeBron James. But all these next LeBron James comparison make me want to throw up. I don't see what they see from him next to LeBron.
LeBron couldn't shoot for how long?
Yeah.
He was surrounded by shooters. So now Giannis is getting shooters over there.
Yeah.
But damn, if he's the next LeBron, lead him to an Eastern Conference playoff, championship or something, lead him to something. LeBron did that everywhere he went.
LeBron team was always built.
Well,
a lot better than how the Bucks are built.
LeBron, no, I don't care. When LeBron was playing with them Lakers, that was an old ass Shaq. That was an Eric Snow out there with him. I mean, come on, LeBron was surrounded by a squad. I think not. That was Ilgauskas was his number 2 player on the team. LeBron and Ilgauskas.
Yeah, one thing about true, and it's LeBron though, and it's at the time where they weren't that type of athletes. You know, these athletes are starting to get better, and I feel like he could be possibly athletically better than LeBron because he could make a 2-step euro from the 3-point line and dunk it on somebody. So, you know, that's something LeBron never could do. So I think he could be better if he had that 3-point, and if we could give him time, if we develop him. He could be a beast. That's why I could see them. Their upside is crazy. They probably got the most upside out of everybody because of what they're doing internally and what they're doing on the floor.
It's pretty much like a boomer bust season for Giannis. I feel like in the Bucks, like they do something now or never.
Got you. Next one is it's the Pelicans. And before y'all answer this question, Pelicans is sitting at 45.5 wins. They won 48 last year. But listen to this October-November shit for the Pelicans real quick. The Pelicans this is the toughest time in the whole year to begin the season. Pelicans have 5-game road trip, 5 likely Western Conference playoff squads that span the end of October and into the start of November. They also have 7 stretches of 3 games in 4 nights and face a high volume of teams expected to contend for the championship. Golden State, Houston Rockets, Boston Celtics, Toronto, Philadelphia, and Lakers.
First thing that comes to mind. Okay. I don't know about that total, but the first thing that comes to mind is they don't have a great bench. So when they go through those stretches, they're going to die. So that leans me towards the under.
Me too. It leads me towards the fade them. I'm not even picking a side right now. Looking to fade them early because to me, they're already overvalued as the ball club with Anthony Davis. And we're going to get some nice lines to fade them with. You know, when they go against these ball clubs. That's tough. I mean, you have 7 stretches of 3 games in 4 nights within the first month of the season.
Gotta take the under. Yeah, I'll take the under on that as well. I mean, that's one of those teams as well. We gotta look and see what's going on with them. I don't touch any type of team total just because of that. And you know, boom or bust for Anthony Davis too. You know, just like AD. You know, what I mean, just like for Giannis.
Exactly. Let's keep it brisk pace. I want to get to the questions real quick. We got about 15 minutes to ask some questions. OKC over under 48.
I gotta take that. I gotta take the under though, honestly, because I don't know about OKC. Even though I liked what they did, I would lean under. But this is one of those teams I wouldn't touch as well. Even though Schroeder is going to be good for him, he's going to be able to replace him. I like them in there, just because of that. But
One second before you answer, Ski. Hey, football game getting ready to start, everybody. I tell Native Queen I took the first quarter. Green Bay -3 even money. If y'all hop on it. But I tell Native Queen, shout out to Native Queen from the Low Black family. I tell her first quarter Green Bay -3 at even money. Just want to get that out. But on to you, Ski. Any thoughts on that?
I kind of had a little interference on the team.
Any thoughts on OKC over 48?
You know what? Earlier I was leaning towards the over, but now it just seems like it's too many injuries. You got Westbrook is out a few more weeks. Roberson's out a couple months, and I was pretty high and pretty much leaning towards the over, but now I think I'm leaning towards the under.
You know what? At the beginning when me and you was breaking the games down the first few weeks, I was leaning OKC to win that division. I already took that bet. Now I think I'm gonna have to go grab Utah and Utah to go win it because I think Utah may be able to win it over there. So that I'm gonna have to try to hedge some way somehow. You know what I mean? But we also have a place up here where you can sell your bets. I don't know if y'all have it, but you can sell. If you make a bet and you don't like it, you can sell your ticket. So I might have to do that. You know what I mean? Just to get a little bit of money back from what I put on.
They're both plus 200 though. I know that.
Say it again.
They're both about plus 200 or around that range.
Yeah. I got OKC at plus 200 and Utah was sitting at plus 180.
Okay. Yeah, so I think Utah might take that one.
Me too. Me too. Orlando Magic under 30 games and a half.
I'm gonna pass.
Yeah, I would think definitely under on this. Mo Bamba is a good pick up, but I mean, it's kind of like what they've been picking up this whole time, and Jonathan Isaac, just long, athletic people that never get to play. So I don't know, bro. I definitely think under. They're probably going to get rid of Vucevic too. So who knows?
Yeah, I was thinking over, but then when I asked, I did the show with Jim and him on a low back show, and Jim asked me about DJ, the point guard. He really had me thinking. It caught me off guard too, because I really didn't think about DJ too much. I was thinking more about Jonathan Isaac and Simmons over there, or what's his name, the player. I wasn't thinking nothing about DJ. Yeah, guard play. I'm thinking like, damn, Jim kind of right. It's a pass for me right now. I mean, I can see the Magic actually going over this if they have good guard play. But with horrible guard play, I think Jim is right. You might want to fade these Magic. You know what I mean? And look for them to be another draft team or something. You know what I mean? A contender for the top 5 in the draft or something this year. I don't see them doing too much. You need to try to get one more piece.
Yeah, I think that you'll fade them for a while, and then it'll get to a point to where the numbers get to such a high number where they'll become playable again.
Exactly. Next team, Philadelphia 76ers. 54 wins last year, 52 this year.
Well, I bet this one under 54 wins. The Sixers got worse. They needed more shooters, and they got rid of shooters. And the pieces that they picked up, well, they got Wilson Chandler, they got Muscala. Chandler's hurt. Muscala's not even playing tonight. They traded Mikal Bridges for Zaire Smith, and they needed Bridges. They should have kept him. And Zaire Smith's hurt. He's not even playing. So they got worse. They didn't get any better. I like under.
Yeah, I like that as well. And Muscala has off the field issues as well with his dad's burner account. They got another burner account scenario going on with them, so they got all type of problems. I'm definitely passing on this. I like Markelle Fultz to do better this year though, so I think he could add something that they didn't have. So that could be a different thing. But Wilson Chandler being out, somebody that you brought in, I don't really care for Covington like that, so I definitely pass on this one.
Yeah, me too. I picked the under, so I'll move on. I think I've told y'all that several times. I'm on the under this year. They have no shooters. I don't know what we're going to get. And tomorrow, I'm going to hit that. We'll talk about that at the end of the show real quick. But, yeah, I'm fading Philly tomorrow. I'm fading Philly. And everybody who knows me, we already know we faded Philly tomorrow. They don't have it. But, yeah, we'll get on that. I'm on the under this year. I don't see Philly. I don't really see Philly. The more I look at Philly, if Philly don't make a good trade, if Philly doesn't make a decent trade this year, Philly will not be one of the top 3 teams in the East Coast this year. It'll be Boston for sure, Indiana, and then maybe Milwaukee. If, like you're saying, Philly, they don't do something right this year with their shooters. I mean, they just got Wesley Johnson, not Wesley Johnson, but they just signed. No, Philly didn't do shit. Yeah, Philly, no. Philly, they picked up Wilson Chandler, but he hurt.
Yeah, correct? Wilson Chandler just hurt. Yeah, Wilson Chandler just hurt, and then they got Zaire Smith, who's hurt as well. He's not playing right now. But I mean, their main facilitator is Ben Simmons anyway. I mean, who knows though? This is one of those.
I don't think folks can shoot.
I think that could change though. I think it could change, but this is one of those things that we'll have a brisk pace because we'll be talking all day about the Philadelphia 76ers because it's such a mess to unravel, bro.
Yeah. And Campbell, Mr. Campbell in here said Bellinelli was a big loss off the bench. You correct, sir. You hit down the head. Bellinelli was a huge loss for this team. I don't know how they let him go.
Him and Ilyasova.
Yeah, and then you got Covington over there. Covington, he ain't gonna get no run. I'm hearing he should trade bait right now. Covington to a Pacers team or Covington to a Lakers or Golden State or Utah. Put them over the mark. I mean, they're not gonna use him right over there either. Philadelphia's in trouble this year. I think they had their chance. They put all their pieces. I think LeBron was coming over there. Embiid fucked that up with his tweets and his comments. So, yeah, you know what I mean? But he didn't have a chance anyway. LeBron was set on L.A. So, that's another story. Phoenix Suns, like we said, they signed Jamal Crawford earlier. Phoenix Suns over or under this year?
You know what? As closer it gets to the season, I'm leaning over. Do you say they didn't have any guard? They didn't have any guard. They got Jamal Crawford, Devin Booker. He's going to be ready for the opener. The team was already looking up, and I'm just liking what I'm seeing. I like the over.
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that as well. I think they have a lot of upside. They should be able to cover spreads. Think about Ryan Anderson, veteran presence on the there for DeAndre Ayton. Teach him a little things about being a big man on the floor, especially hitting threes at least. As far as Tyson Chandler still there. They still got a good squad, man. I think adding somebody like Jamal Crawford, bro, just adds like a different element to it. And I'm really looking forward to seeing them play now. I actually was really low, just like you said, but the closer you get, and more excitement builds up with them.
Yeah, I've been kind of high on these Suns already before the season started, and then Booker got hurt, and it made me question a little things about it. But the more I'm looking at besides Jamal Crawford and a healthy Booker coming back, I like this team to not only get over the total, but to be a team you bet over wins with, like over in games, like a spread-wise overs. When they get beat in ball clubs that's going to want to slow the game down with them, they're still going to make you push the pace. They're going to push the pace every single game they're out there on the court, out this team. Question that has me, though, is was Josh Jackson, can he shoot? Will he develop a shot? If he develops a shot, this Phoenix team could be a 6 seed in the West. They could be a 6 or 7 team in the West if he develops a shot. So, Jamal Crawford, Booker, Ariza, I like that pairing right there.
And we just talked about Bridges. They traded Bridges for Zaire Smith. They traded him to Phoenix, so they got another great player there. So it's a lot of good talent over there in Phoenix, and it's time to start winning games, and they're not looking to tank. So, yeah, I like it.
And now, RIP real quick to my Trailblazers owner, Mr. Paul Allen, was a nice guy. I also worked at the Rose Garden. Well, not the Rose Garden, it was Memorial Coliseum back in the day, and then the Rose Garden, and then the Moda Center. The guy was a really nice guy. He used to pass out $100 to an employee just randomly. He see you in the elevator or see you in the hallway, reach in his pocket, give you $100 to shoot you $100. I had family play pro ball, be at the games. He was so kind and so nice. R.I.P. Mr. Paul Allen. I mean, you will be missed. Blazers owner and Seahawks owner. He always tried to give the fans in Portland something to cheer about. He was always trying to do something for us, even though he knew the market. Nobody really wanted to come out there to the Northwest. He always tried to give us something. And thank you for making it to a family. If anybody watching this, or Blazers fans watch this, thank you for making basketball fun for me growing up as a kid, giving me something to cheer about, at least trying to put out a team out there that will compete every night for us. We had our stretches, a year or two here, and we didn't make the playoffs and stuff like that. But all in all, man, thank you for having a great ball club for us. With that being said, Blazers, 49 wins last year, 42 this year. I'm on over.
I can't agree with you right there. I don't like this Blazers team too much at all. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I don't see them winning that many games. I think this is the last year we might see Lillard and McCollum. Blazers under for me if I'm taking any side.
So me and King, we faded the Blazers with the Suns, and what I learned from that is that Steph Curry is a bad boy. He's a bad boy. Steph Curry is bad. He's not that. He's not as bad as we think he is, just because he's the younger brother of Steph.
Jay Levin is a bad man. Sheesh.
Man, no, yeah, he was different. He was getting on us. Yeah, he was getting on us. And I didn't even know they had GP2. I didn't know they had GP2 on the bench. He was playing. He got a little good defense, but going to like them seriously, I'm looking to see what Zach Collins do this year. I mean, he was really good at Gonzaga. First rookie year campaign, did really good. I mean, if it wasn't Donovan Mitchell, if it wasn't like, other rookies that was going to put, out the water, I think Zach Collins would have been a good considered rookie for, the rookie team and such, because he was really good defensively. He was really good offensively as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing him play. But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I was asking King, is that some type of motivation, you think, for the Seahawks and the Portland Trailblazers? You think they have some type of motivation this year? Not for Seahawks per se. I think Seahawks are going to get blown up now. Without Paul Allen being here, I think that whoever takes over that team is going to blow the Seahawks up. They've been overdue for a blow up. I think it's coming. In this year, Seahawks don't make the playoffs. Seahawks fans, I'm sorry, they're going to blow it up. That's just how it is. As for Blazers-wise, our fans are always supportive. I think the players, I see the Blazers coming out hard, doing what they're supposed to do. But about the time the trade deadline come up, if we're not right, I see them blowing it up too. Just saying, hey, a new era. Let's just go with it. You know what I mean? I've also heard rumors of my Blazers being moved out of Oregon, which I don't see how they could be moved. We sell so many tickets, we do so well up there. I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm interested in watching what happens with us as well playing out.
Now let's keep a brisk pace. We still got to touch this game for tomorrow. We had to talk about OKC Golden State tonight before we move on. But Kings over under 26. You give me a yay, nay, or pass.
Pass.
I like the Kings, man. Kings might be pretty sneaky this year, to be honest. I'll pass on the team total over, but I'm looking to back them on certain occasions when they go East Coast. I think they're going to be pretty sneaky. They got a lot of grit on their team. If you look at their roster, it's a lot of grit on their team. And when you have that type of grit and you go out of town, you bring some type of like mentality there in basketball. So I'm looking to back them on sometimes when they're East Coast teams and stuff like that.
Guys, it's a pass for me right now. San Antonio Spurs under 43 wins. I see them move up to 44, which I don't know how with up one at a book up here in Vegas, but it's at 44 wins up here. I'm taking under. I don't see San Antonio making the playoffs.
Yeah, if I had to pick one, I would lean under. I agree with you there. I mean, I don't think they make the playoffs either. They're down 2 point guards already. They're missing. They wish they had Tony Parker still. We'll see what they do, who they pick up, but it's just starting to be not much to like over there. They're probably going to trade Aldridge. We'll see who they get, but
yeah, Zach's over here saying he's on the Kings with us as well. Fox is talented and hope to see him open up this year. No, I agree. Fox is talented. The problem is with the Kings to me is they're a developmental team. They're a G League team in the NBA. You go there to develop before you get traded on to another team with potential. And that's what I see what happens over there with the Kings. They pick up old veterans like Zach Randolph and just back. I think Vlade Divac is a horrible GM. Isn't that the GM, Vlade Divac?
Yeah.
I think he needs to move on. I think his tenure over there has been over and done with. He drafts people, but they just he doesn't draft these players that
they don't develop. They don't develop talent well. That's what it is.
Exactly. So that's my problem with the Kings over there. The talent, the evaluation of talent needs to go. He needs to. GMs in this league. I don't never want to talk. Nobody ever paid that, but he needs to be let go. Fire him and get your little $100,000 a year. You know what I mean? Whatever they get, leave it. You know what I mean? But 2 more teams we're gonna touch on before we move on to this other game. Raptors, 59 wins last year, 55 this year. It's over for me. I love what I see from preseason from Kawhi.
Yeah, preseason Kawhi looked like he's ready to ball. That was the question mark we had before. Is Kawhi going to play or is he not going to play or what's the effort level going to be? But, I mean, it is time for him to earn that contract, the next contract. So it looks like he's ready to ball out. So if he does that, why wouldn't you like them over?
And somebody, Damon asked about Harry Giles real quick. You like Giles?
I'm sorry,
what was that?
Harry from the Kings. Y'all like him? Think he'll be a breakout star?
Breakout star? No. I mean, he's okay. I'm not big on him.
For which player on the Kings?
Giles. Don't he play for the Kings, Harry?
Yeah.
Let me look. I don't. You said Harry. Who's Harry?
There you go. That's your answer right there.
Who's there? Oh, you talking about Harry Giles? I got you, Harry Giles. Yeah, Harry Giles is nah. I mean, he I don't know. Yeah, I think that position is kind of stacked, though. You know, well, Willie Cauley-Stein is going to get burned. I think Justin Jackson gets burned before Harry Giles gets burned, and then you got to think Mon Shepherd, Zach Reynolds. He's not going to get that much burn. So I wouldn't.
Mon Shepherd can't stay healthy at all. So that's Marvin
Bagley. Man, he's not trying to play basketball. He's over there with Tiana Taylor on her shows. He don't care.
Nah, he want to play. He want to play. I'm telling you. I think I watched the show too. I could see it in. I think he want to play. He might try.
Hey, I want to play too. I want to play too. That's why I quit smoking cigarettes. That don't mean I can go back out there and play. But hold on, let's move on to the next one. So we on to so we all agree over Raptors?
Yeah, I would lean over. Yes,
I would definitely lean. Yep.
Utah Jazz, 48 wins last year, 50 wins this year. With the OKC concerns that you brought up a little while ago, if I took Utah, it would be to win the division conference. I mean, not to get division. What? Division. Win the division, not the conference. I mean, 50 win totals. I'm sorry, I'm watching
I agree.
my bank right now. So you know what I mean?
You good. I agree with you, though. If you're going to take it, you're not going to take the wins over. You're going to take the division because you get plus money there, and we already don't think OKC is going to win that division. So why would you go with the 50 number where you can get some plus money on the division?
All right, last team, Wizards, Over 45, under 45.
Wizards
under.
Dysfunctional, like you got in Dwight Howard to already dysfunctional team. Come on now, what you expect?
Well, we passed. We're sorry. We started to run through all these teams real quick in the last in our little hour we had. We got it's 5:31. You know, we got to get off of here, but let's run through this OKC game tomorrow. OKC Golden State. LMI.
Sure.
OKC Golden State tomorrow. The matchup everybody looking to see. I'm more pumped for Philadelphia, Boston, but OKC Golden State. Without giving a play out, Steve, what are you looking to get from this game tomorrow?
And you're talking about the Golden State game, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm pretty much just going to look at who's going to start for the Warriors. I already pretty much know what to expect from the Thunder. We know who's available, who's not available. And we know the Warriors want to play fast-paced basketball. Are the Thunder going to be able to keep up?
I don't think so. I don't think it's worth 11 though. I don't think it's worth 11 just because it's open and tip. So I would definitely encourage people not to bet the side just because of that. It's more of a uncertainty there, just because you don't know what the Warriors are going to do in the front court. Are they going to run with, I believe, Damian Jones, who's looking like a monster out there actually in preseason. So I don't know if they're running with Damian Jones instead of having Looney, who they've been having this whole time. I would definitely look them to cover the spread if they run at Damian Jones most of the day, because they're gonna be able to differentiate against the freaking switch and roll. Basically, I'm sorry, I couldn't get it out. But for the most part, I'm definitely not on this game at all. I'm more so on that on the Boston game. I like Boston to cover. I rather not touch no double-digit spread and opening night.
Yeah, I feel you there. My whole thing, I want to look at it. They're playing Golden State tomorrow. Isn't it ring night? They get their ring, like banner race or something tomorrow. The spread's been moving for me. It's been going from 10.5. Well, the lowest I saw was 10.5 at one point, but it's been a consecutive 11.5 or 12, bouncing back and forth, back and forth. I'm excited to see what they do tomorrow. I'm excited because Green plays as well, if I'm correct. He plays his first game. You got KD back. I just want to see how they all gel together. You know what I mean? On the first day back, ring. No, OKC is missing Westbrook. Can Schroeder fill in? Will Schroeder be that missing link? Will Schroeder look like a Westbrook tomorrow? You know what I mean? If I was to make a bet tomorrow, it wouldn't be on the side right now because the line's moving so heavily. It'll be more towards an over. You know what I mean? I would lean that way, but I'm not making any specific play on it right now. I'm excited the NBA is kicking back off. I'm excited to see if Billy Donovan can actually coach this team into a nice spot in the playoffs this year. I'm excited to see if Lakers Golden State repeats this year. It's a bunch of excitement to the season kicking off tomorrow. And as Kings Court and as Wham and Ski, my guys joining me and everybody, man, I know you guys are excited as well for basketball to kick off tomorrow. I know we ran a little bit over today, but before we walk out of here, I will give you guys who did stick around. I know no plays being off, so we watch the viewers kind of go up and down. But the ones who did stick around, man, the play tomorrow that we already locked in, that I know I locked in, Boston Celtics -5. That's my play for tomorrow. I locked it in. I took it 2 units already, and I took the first half, not 2 units, but I took it. So check us tomorrow, Kings Court, Ski, Wham. Let me know where to find you guys. And I got an emergency. Yeah, I gotta get off. We got advisories up here, windstorms and missing kids.
Yeah, man.
Ski.
Yeah, you can find me all day on Twitter at Ski Prophet, and thank y'all for rocking with me through this stuff. I had to take care of my dad today. I'm outside the hospital. Thank you for rocking with me like this.
Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, man. Nah, bro, we gonna always rock with you, man. That's all top. And I thank y'all for tuning in to the show. My name's Trot Wham. See me on Twitter, All Day Money Game Sports. Who Bang Sports, you know it.
And I'm your man, King Real. I want to give a special shout out to SBR for allowing us to have this platform. NBA is coming up tomorrow. We did preseason breakdowns. We did preseason bets. Tomorrow, the real season starts. Real money, real units is being put online. And from here on, my wins and losses, hey, bring them to me. Bring them to me. Because guess what? We're going to have more wins than losses this year. Let's eat this money. Line shop at SBR Sports Picks. Go over to SBR odds. Go hit them up. to my low bag family, to my Money Gang family, to our followers. We love you. We see you tomorrow. Remember, Celtics 5 is my play of the day already. NBA. I love you guys. And shout out and prayers to Steve's dad. Hope he gets well, and well wishes to you and your family, man. We love you and we're rocking with you. Catch you back tomorrow. Deuces.